Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Bulgarian workout, and pretty much replicated yesterday's lifts, although lifts were better. The lifts were less grindy, and it's funny how that works. What have I said before about Bulgarian training? That it seems like when you have certain lifts that you do 6 days a week, day 5 seems to be the hardest, and then day 6 you kind of get that little bit of drive again to where everything feels a little lighter. So we got the 465 squat. It wasn't hard. I'm going to go up to 470 next week, right? Because that's my rule. People ask me in the comments, when do you increase? Because I squat heavy 6 days a week, and sometimes on Sunday I play around with just a slightly lighter pause squat, maybe some snatches. I goof off a little bit. It's not a serious training day. It's almost an active recovery day. So that means I'll increase. So we'll go up to 470. I mean, that 500 every day is coming. And it kind of brings me to my point. What's the stuff my haters keep saying? The people, I see it all over the internet. I've had to ban trolls for this. Oh, you're never going to get 500 again. That's delusional. I do 465 every day this week. No grinders. 6 days in a row. 500's coming. 500's coming. Keep in mind, if I increase this at the same rate I've increased since I've been on camera here, I'll be there in like 6 weeks. I don't think I'll be there in 6. I'm hoping for 9. All right, that's what I'm hoping for. But that's 6. It's coming, guys. What if my other detractors said, oh, you can't bench over 300 again. You won't ever without blasting a bunch of gear. I bench 315 close grip with a pause almost every day. 6 days a week, right? That's what I'm doing on camera. Was doing 320. 6 days a week. I had some of them try to say, oh, you're a liar. I wouldn't call you a liar anymore if you've at least proved those 2 yellow plates, which were 25s. If you could do those on a chin-up, I'll quit calling you a liar. I had a guy called me, harassed me on the phone, and told me that. I do 90 pounds every day. I've done 100 a couple times, but I felt it came up short. I do 90 pounds every day on a chin-up, almost every day. It's more than 50. What was the same stuff? Oh, 225 there. Okay, here's the squat. Bam. Look at that. Easy challenge. I call that RPE 9. 9 out of 10. It said, all these people were saying you can't overhead press 225. I do it with a pause every day. I've done it 5 days this week on camera, including today. 5 days this week. With a pause. So when I reach all my other goals, when I'm squatting 500 every day, when I step on that DEXA scan next time and I've lost 10, 12 pounds of fat while putting another 35 pounds on my squat, 40 pounds maybe by then on my daily squat, then what? Then what are detractors going to say? Oh, you can't get to a 550 squat. You can't lose another 10 pounds of fat. You'll never get to a 350 bench, right? That's what they're going to say. That's the thing, guys. Your haters always move the bar. Oh, they'll be like, oh, you lifting fake plates. Oh, you had someone else getting the DEXA scan. It'll always be something. It's always going to be something, isn't it? And the moral of that, guys? The moral of that is that you can't let your haters tell you what you can and can't do. You can't let them define you as a person. You can't let them set your limitations. Being the best version of yourself is about the doing, and it's about, being reasonable, guys. When we say that, obviously you're not going to be at 5'10", you're not going to be 230 shredded, with a 700 pound raw bench press. Neither one of those things are realistic. But the thing is, you can't let other people define your limitations for you. And that's the thing for me, guys. Right now, I'm putting in the work. People are always like, all you do is talk. You talk. I'm not talking anymore. I am, but I'm in the act of doing. I'm demonstrating every day. I'm documenting every day. Guys, I'm putting in the work. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm not letting anything get in my way. I had good reasons why a lot of stuff got in my way. Some things are excuses. Other things are valid reasons. But yeah, I had excuses. I couldn't train the way I wanted because of all the crazy stuff with all these stalkers. Built a home gym. I built a home gym. My walls are all brick. I have iron bars over every window and door. No one can physically get inside to interrupt my training. And if they attempt to do so, I wouldn't recommend that. You guys have seen what all I have, and I live in Texas. Wouldn't be a wise idea. Then again, I might get endorsed by all sorts of right-wing and NRA groups and everything else at that point, huh? Be famous. So, you know, they just put money in my pocket. So yeah, I can now train how I want, when I want. Right here, it's at home. So none of those excuses exist now. And now I'm making myself accountable to stuff. We're going to DEXA scan. We're going to see how much muscle I gain, how much fat I lose, what I weigh. You know, we're in the act of doing. It's enough talking. I'm going to get in and do. I'm going to do. And I want to reach my potential. And you know, that's the thing, guys. I'm going to show a lot of other people out there that whatever limitations you have out there, you know, you can reach your goals. Not always easy. You don't always have the perfect situation to do it in. But here's the thing. You can always do better than you have been doing. You can always do better than you have been doing. Just like right here, man, my chin-ups were a weak link. Now I'm chinning 90 pounds from a dead hang every day. Keep in mind, guys, I'm weighing 239. It's basically 340 pounds I'm chinning. You know, it's not the most impressive in the world, but it's pretty decent. So that's the thing, guys. I'm going to lead by example now. Instead of this, people, you're all talk. No, I'm not going to talk. I'm going to do. I'm going to set an example. I'm going to teach guys how this is done. I'm motivated. I'm committed to doing it. I'm following this training day in, day out. I believe in this system. Getting my diet dialed in better and better. You know, again, trying to get my body composition down, maximizing recovery. Because that's a big part of it. You know, if your nutrition's not on point, your recovery suffers. You know, you can start cutting calories back, and as long as you get a really good diet, it's possible to still gain strength, particularly when you're not real lean yet. But, you know, you've got to get all the vitamins and minerals. You've got to get your phytonutrients. You've got to get your protein. You've got to get all those things in. You can't have a deficient diet. And I'd say that's my observation of the biggest things that I notice. Guys lose fat too fast for their current level of body fat. They cut calories too low. They get on a deficient diet, and then they wonder why their performance and strength suffers. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep getting stronger. I'm going to keep getting stronger while I lose fat. It's like right there, that 225 press is not going down. I'm not going to let it go down. My pressing might stagnate while I'm cutting, but they'll go up eventually. And that's the point, guys. I'm going to lead. It's time to lead. Enough talking. And then we're going to finish off with these rows. Got my 3x3 Pendlay rows. And my accessory movement. You know, getting it done. Getting it done. And that's the point, guys. Consistency is everything when it comes to training. You know, it doesn't matter how boring the training is. A lot of people say, oh my God, I think your training would be boring. I wouldn't want to do that. Well, you know, then don't. Do something else. Do something you're going to be consistent with. But don't use that as an excuse to do ineffective training. Don't use that as an excuse, because that's what people do. They'll say, well, that type of training is boring. I do bro splits because they're fun. And then they complain and they say that I am unrealistic when I tell people you should be benching 300, you should be squatting 400, you should be deadlifting 500. If you're a healthy young man who lifts weights, those are perfectly reasonable goals. Not power lifters, healthy young men who lift. And then, you know, they say stuff like that's unrealistic. No, your training protocol is unrealistic. You're using inefficient and ineffective training for your goals, and then you wonder why you're not making progress. No, you're using your boredom as an excuse to do shitty training. It's not how it works here, guys. You got to consistently train hard, consistently train smart. You've got to use the methods that are most effective. You have to learn to like the style of training that's going to get you the results. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.